Coming to you live from the MediaPlex in downtown Windsor, this is a presentation of St. Clair College Journalism.
Good evening, I'm Lori Harrison, and you're watching MediaPlex News Now. Area police teamed up with the Children's Aid Foundation for a fashion show fundraiser last week. The fundraiser supports programs that help those at the heart of CAS, the kids. Alyssa Horrobin reports.
Area police and the OPP team up with the Windsor-Essex Children's Aid Foundation to strut the runway every year as a fundraiser for CAS. This was the 20th year of this successful event. The night features dinner, raffle and silent auction prizes, as well as a fashion show. Models in the show are local police officers and their children, along with CAS employees and children. Tina Gatt leads the organizing committee for the event and says a lot of work goes into coordinating the night.
Not only do we have over 50 staff, we probably have another 20 to 30 volunteers that are helping behind the scenes with the models, with our silent auction, selling raffle tickets. So it really takes a small army to pull this event off.
The funds raised during the fashion show go to support vital programs through Children's Aid Society, like child abuse prevention and back-to-school programs. CAS serves hundreds of children in Windsor-Essex. Gatt says the children really feel like their own.
When they have to come into foster care, they might be with us for a short period of time, or they really might be with us their entire childhood. We work with probably 1,500 families at any given time. And so we serve 1 in 8 children in our community, which is about 8,500 children in Windsor-Essex County.
The event has raised close to $500,000 in the last 20 years. More than 80 silent auction donors and many sponsors contributed to making the event a success. Reporting from the runway, I'm Alyssa Horrobin.
Graffiti artist Banksy's Height Street Rat was painted in 2010 on the side of a bed and breakfast in San Francisco. It was one of 8 works Banksy allegedly painted during a week spree. Landlords were required to whitewash the works of art as soon as they went up, but the rat was rescued. The wooden planks it was painted on were removed from the building, and the rat has now been offered as an exhibit piece for anyone interested. Windsor jumped in, and the piece was scheduled to leave the area last week. But a surprise extension will keep it here for 2 more weeks. The artwork is on display at the Wolfhead Distillery on Howard Avenue in Amherstburg. The exhibit is free to view from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day. An early morning fire damaged props and costumes at a local theater company early this month. The LAFA team came together to clean up the damages. Reporter Alyssa Horrobin has the story.
On the closing day of their show, Sarah Ilyanich received an early morning call that her theater was on fire. 2 weeks and $50,000 in damages later, the Lakeshore Academy of Fine Arts is getting back on its feet. On November 18th, more than 100 volunteers showed up to help with Operation Clean Sweep. This project was one of the many ways LAFA has received support through its community.
When it happened, there were so many people that came and texted me, Facebooked, messaged me, stopped in the grocery store just to say, oh my gosh, what can I do? And this is an opportunity for the kids and the parents to come together, because this is their family and they can help, you know, and be a part of that process.
More than 400 children are involved with LAFA, and several of them helped with the cleanup. LAFA is a theater organization that focuses on developing creativity in the next generation of artists. Caden Finley said the theater is his home.
It's kind of a place where you can go and kind of let all your troubles out, and all your friends are supportive here and they never judge you or anything.
Although it was a cold and rainy day, the atmosphere was made warm and bright by singing, smiles, and positive attitudes.
Special people, happy faces.
Our family of kids and parents are so resilient and amazing. The amount of support that we have received is incredible, and I am so grateful.
Reporting from behind the scenes, I'm Alyssa Horrobin.
The South Essex Community Centre hosted their 6th annual Diamonds and Denim Gala on Friday with a disco twist. The gala supports a number of area charities and nonprofit organizations. Alicia Leonard was there to bring us the details.
On Friday, November 20th, South Essex Community Council held their 12th annual Diamonds and Denim Gala at the Portuguese Club in Leamington. The gala is held annually to raise money for the SECC, a local charitable organization whose mission is to help people and improve lives. Many local businesses and residents donated prizes for the silent auction and raffle. Carolyn Workington, Executive Director of SECC and Chair of the Diamonds and Denim Gala, says the money goes to programs that help people.
We run an emergency grocery card program for folks who are in really desperate need. So some of the money goes towards that. Some of the money is used for subsidizing Meals on Wheels for seniors who can't afford it.
SECC provides 3 core services: employment and training, language and settlement, and community home support services. The organization also provides a variety of income and security programs. Carrie Krause, Department Coordinator for the Employment, Language, and Training Programs at SECC, says that they're here for a reason, and if they weren't, people would notice.
You know, we help people when they're down and out, and we help them feel like a person, feel like they are a valuable member of our community, and we help them contribute. So whether that's with a job, or whether that's with English classes, or whether that's with you know, a grocery card to be able to provide for their family. You know, we do what's necessary to make a difference in people's lives, and it's really important.
This year the gala had a unique disco theme to celebrate the 40th anniversary of disco. Their fundraising goal was $35,000. For MediaPlex News, I'm Alicia Leonard.
Did you know that video games can actually be good for your health? Curlis Maddie tells us more in the Gaming Minute.
Welcome to Health Minute with Curlis Maddie, and here are the health benefits of video games. Seems silly to say that video games are any more than a pastime or mindless entertainment, but did you know that gaming is linked to an increase in brain matter? A study by Max Planck, an institution in Germany, shows that playing Super Mario 64 caused an increase in the size of brain regions such as memory formation, strategic planning, and motor skills. This study was done on 24 people who played 30 minutes of video games every day for 2 months straight. Other studies show that video games help with breaking bad habits, help reduce pain, help with muscle memory, and reduces anxiety. I'm Curlis Maddie, and this has been your Health Minute. Now, excuse me, I've got some gaming to do.
Windsor's Home Instead has a holiday program that makes sure that seniors without families still have a gift to unwrap under the tree. Find out how to be a Santa to a senior from reporter Angelica Heigert.
Be a Santa to a Senior is a program that began in 2003. Since then, more than 700,000 seniors have had their holidays brightened by the program. Ryan Jershey, a Home Instead franchise owner in Windsor and Chatham, says the program helps a lot of people.
We start getting the names in now. We'll get the gifts back by December 6th, and then we're going to have a wrapping party on December 12th. At also Assisted Living Southwestern Ontario on Sandwich Street, and we wrap all the gifts, and they're all delivered within, so they get everything by Christmas time. So it's a really good thing. I mean, the program is really to help these people that have nothing.
The program is simple. Care facilities put up names of seniors who may not have anyone to spend the holidays with. Gift requests are basic amenities: socks, underwears, and winter necessities like gloves and hats.
When you're in a nursing home, or brand name Kleenex, how important it is, or socks and underwear and things like that when these people don't have anything. So a lot of them are very simple things like that, like housecoats and coats and things to keep you warm as well. Small things that we find over the years that have really made a difference, and really what the people in long-term care or isolated that really need.
Anyone can get involved, either by claiming names and purchasing gifts, donating cash, or attending the wrapping party on December 12th. Brighten someone's holiday this season. I'm Angelica Haggart.
Upper Stage is working on their annual fundraising play, with proceeds going to benefit the women of the Windsor Life Centre. Sanjay Maru spoke with 2 main actors about the show.
Brad, let me start with you. You're one of the directors on this play. Tell me a little bit about what the play's about.
Okay, The Gift of the Magi is written by John Jory. This play kind of takes place back in the early 1900s. It's a great Christmas play with not so great circumstances. Back in the day, a lot of people didn't have any money, so the play kind of starts out with myself actually acting in the play as well, introducing the 2 main characters. They fall in love, and the rest is kind of history from there. So.
And Katie, you're one of the main actresses in the play. Tell me a little bit about your background in acting and how you got involved in this play.
Sure. So back in high school, back in Philly, I was in about 11 productions, and we also did competition, and I won Best Actress at that competition back at the Bucks County Playhouse. And yeah, so it's been really, really good. We've had a lot of fun, and it's been a blast.
And Brad, let me ask you, whenever you go to a play, you know, there's always a lesson that you learn when you come out of watching it. What should audiences expect to learn from this play?
Well, the typical Christmas story. You know, Christmas is not about getting, it's about giving. And this story is the ultimate gift. Two people that don't really have anything, they love someone very much and they want to give them something very special, and they don't have the money to do it. So they have to sacrifice personally and to give their love something very special.
And all the proceeds from this play going to Windsor Life Center. Katie, I understand you work at Windsor Life Center. Tell me a little bit more about that charity.
I do. So Windsor Life Center is a 6 to 12 month residential recovery home for women recovering from drug and alcohol addictions. Our mission is to save lives and change families. So not only do we help women in their walk towards sobriety, we also want to prepare them for after their program and success, whether it be family, the workplace, or any path they may choose.
Awesome. Katie and Brad, thank you so much for joining us. The Gift of the Magi runs November 24th to the 26th and December 1st to the 3rd, and you can get tickets at windsorlifecenter.com.
The Twisted Sisters have added their voices to St. Clair's 2017 Christmas CD. Lori Baldassi caught up with the Twisted Sisters to learn more about the project.
St. Clair College has announced their annual Christmas CD featuring the band The Saints. And it wouldn't be Christmas without the Twisted Sisters Liz Robinson and Stephanie Baker's holiday vocals. I caught up with them to talk about their Christmas CD connection.
No idea what they were getting into when they asked us to join. Actually, it's been really neat how they've kind of taken us under their wings. These incredible musicians, the caliber of musicianship that we're involved. We're rookies in it, you know, everybody else is literally a professional. We're still starstruck. And it went from come and sing a little bit to, you know, get a little bit more involved, and then they asked us to join the band. So it was just, you know, surreal. It's, you know, every so often we look at each other and if it's a dream, please don't wake me up.
Caesars Coliseum has hosted the biggest names in the entertainment industry and will also host the Christmas concert again this year. I asked the sisters what it was like to be on that stage.
Because we don't get to see, obviously, the full show, we get to see footage of the lights and the sound and just the spectacle of the show itself. That was us. We were up there. That's incredible. Like, it's just, it's overwhelming.
The Saints CD is available on iTunes for download, and the live concert is on December 22nd at the Coliseum at Caesars. The show is open to all ages, and tickets are available now at caesarswindsor.com. Funds raised from the CD and the concert go towards local food banks. I'm Lori Baldassi.
This holiday season, there's nothing better than curling up with a hot chocolate to watch a good movie. Lad Mohammed gives her recommendations for this season's in this movie moment.
I'm Laden Mohammed, and you're watching Movie Moment, the segment where we give you the scoop on the latest movies coming to a theater near you. This month on Movie Moment is dedicated to holiday movies. With the holidays just around the corner, here are 3 movies that are sure to get you into that festive spirit. Coming in at number 1, we have Bad Moms. If you're looking for a laugh-out-loud comedy, then this is the movie for you. The film centers around 3 moms who are taking a stand against the Christmas season pressure and through a series of spontaneous adventures gain back their independence. Coming in at number 2, we have The Man Who Invented Christmas. This is a film that brings us a great twist on a classic. The film is about the life of Charles Dickens during the time that he wrote the Christmas classic, A Christmas Carol. The film also has appearances by the famous characters from this well-respected novel. With a 2-for-1 deal of Charles Dickens' backstory plus the characters from A Christmas Carol, this is a movie that you won't want to miss. Coming in at number 3 is the Hallmark Channel's The Christmas Train. If you're looking to ditch the theater and have a cozy night at home, then the Hallmark Channel is the place to go to fill all of your holiday movie needs. The film is based on David Baldacci's novel of the same name, and the story follows two people who run into each other again during a train ride on Christmas, and after a romance in the past, during the train ride's journey, they reconnect in unexpected ways in this heartfelt romantic holiday special. With so many movie choices, the holidays are sure to be a fun-filled event. Thanks for tuning in, and be sure to check us out next time for more entertaining movie options.
Sanjay takes a look at our weather forecast. Sanjay?
Thanks, Lori. You know, today's a big day for some of Hollywood's most well-known personalities. Michael Strahan turns 46, singer Carly Rae Jepsen turns 32, and even legendary actress Goldie Hawn turns 72. Now it's a nice evening in Hollywood, but here in Windsor, we're looking at overcast and a high of 8, but feels like 6. Here's your 3-day forecast. Tomorrow will be mainly sunny with a high of 1. Thursday, we're looking at a second round of mainly sunny skies, this time with a high of 3. And we kick off the weekend on Friday with sunny skies and a high of 8. Now, I just want to emphasize that tomorrow morning will be looking just as bright for those of you with an early commute to work or early classes. And in that vein, I hope that all students at St. Clair College had a fantastic first day back. Lori, back to you.
Thanks, Sanjay. Sparkies Toy Drive is run by volunteers and operates by the generosity of the people of Windsor and Essex County. The drive is currently looking for a new home. For the last 4 years, the toys have been stored at the Rose City Islamic Center. Construction at the facility has forced them to find a new home. Toys for the drive can be dropped off at the fire halls throughout Windsor, Essex, at Devonshire Mall Guest Services, Costco, and at Canadian Tire. Registration to be a recipient for Sparkies Toy Drive takes place November 24th and 25th, as well as December 1st. You can find out more information at sparkiestoydrive.com. There's so much to do in YQG. Sanjay Morrow gives us some options to fill our schedule this weekend.
With everyone gearing up for Black Friday shopping, consumers are anticipating a weekend of great deals, long lines, and busy malls. But if you're like me, crowded malls just equal huge headaches and sore feet. So here are a few alternative options for you while supporting local artisans at the many craft shows and marketplaces. Friday, kick off the holiday shopping season at the 6th Annual Handmade Christmas Extravaganza at the WFCU Center. Come out to support 100 local artists and pick up the perfect one-of-a-kind gift for that special someone on your Christmas list. Saturday, spend the day checking off your holiday gift-giving list at the local craft shows and markets throughout Essex County, where hundreds of local artisans will be selling their goods. Here's a list I've compiled for you to get you started. The aforementioned Handmade Christmas Extravaganza takes place at the WFCU Center from 10 to 4 p.m. St. Augustine of Canterbury will be holding their 3rd annual Christmas Gift and Craft Show from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Then head on down to the Serbian Center for their 3rd annual Christmas Craft and Gift Show starting at 10 a.m. The village of Aspen Lake will be holding their Christmas marketplace from 10 to 3 p.m. Then enjoy a county drive out to Kingsville, where you can attend the 2nd annual Christmas Vendors Market taking place at Migration Community Hall in Kingsville. Just down the street, you'll find the Christmas Farmers Market taking place at Cindy's Home and Garden. So get your gift-giving lists ready, shop local, and support the hundreds of local artisans in Essex County. Lori, back to you.
Thanks, Sanjay. Every Thursday night, you can grab a beer and learn a new language at Craft Head Brewery in downtown Windsor. Scientifically proven as the best way to learn a new language, this unique opportunity gives participants the chance to converse in the language that they want to practice. Reporter March Wren has more.
Thursdays are a lovely night to learn something new. A language exchange event is held every week at Craft Heads Brewing Company in downtown Windsor. Tons of people come with a common love of language and learning. Audra McIntyre is the event sponsor who has a background in this style of learning a new language.
And when I was living in Spain, there were language exchange events there. They were very informal events where people were standing at a bar, maybe you had a beer or a coffee, and you were just chatting with other people who were learning Spanish and native Spanish speakers. So it was a much less intimidating way for me to improve my Spanish and meet new people. You know, it was a really good social outlet for me. And I thought that this would be a successful event in Windsor because we have so many different cultures and languages. So when I returned, I decided I would give it a shot, and here we are.
McIntyre has held the language exchange since October of 2016 to give people a social way to practice speaking language. People of all different backgrounds are welcome to join.
And you can see the people in there tonight, for example, are practicing ASL, Spanish, German, French, English. So yeah, it just depends on the night and who comes, but we always have a variety of speakers and a lot of different opportunities for practicing different languages.
McIntyre knows some people find it scary to talk with a native speaker of another language, especially for a beginner.
You don't have to have a certain level to come practice with us. The tables are arranged by languages, and in each table there's a multitude of levels. So everyone just instinctively helps each other, and everyone's really friendly.
The language exchange received a $2,500 grant from the City of Windsor Art, Culture and Heritage Fund last week. They will continue hosting weekly events and promote cultural journalism to the community. For MediaPlex News, I'm Marcia.
For today's local, national, and international sports news, we head over to Sanjay Maru with a rundown on the latest scores.
Thanks, Lori. The St. Clair Saints women's basketball team picked up a much-needed win over the Sheridan Bruins 70-64. The women's Saints are 4th in the Western Conference. The Saints men's, however, dropped to 3-4 after losing 105-82, also to Sheridan College. The St. Clair men now drop to 7th in the OCAA Western Conference. Last night, it was an emphatic win for the Cleveland Cavaliers over the Detroit Pistons, 116-88. At the half, the Cavs held a 27-point lead, a gap that Detroit was unable to close. Tobias Harris led the Pistons with 11 points, but was no match for the leading scorer of the Cavs, Kevin Love, with 19. For the first time this season, the Windsor Spitfires are riding a 3-game losing streak after being shut out by the London Knights on Sunday 4-0. Now, the story of this game is that of a team with an increasingly younger roster. The team's offense has been limited to a handful of veteran players, and less experienced players have not been able to carry the load. In the NHL, the Detroit Red Wings picked up their 10th loss of the season against the visiting Colorado Avalanche this past Sunday. Colorado overcame a late 2-goal deficit to beat Detroit 4-3, dropping the Wings to 3rd in the Atlantic Division. This past Sunday, the Detroit Lions again fought their way back from an early deficit to escape with a 27-24 win that now sets up a monster matchup against the NFC North leading Minnesota Vikings on Thursday. And finally, in mixed martial arts news, one of the most anticipated fights in women's combat sports has been confirmed for December 30th as Chris Cyborg takes on the first woman to defeat Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm. Also, former Dancing with the Stars runner-up Paige Van Zant is targeted to compete on January 14th. That's your sports roundup. Lori, back to you.
Thanks, Sanjay. After it was taken down 10 years ago, the steeple from St. Annes Parish has been reinstalled. I was there to watch this Tecumseh landmark be resurrected. No matter where you are in Windsor, Essex, there is always a recognizable landmark that helps you gauge your location and how far until you reach your destination. For many who grew up in Windsor, Essex, spotting the steeple of St. Annes Parish in Tecumseh became a beacon, visible from neighboring municipalities. Ed Reno, a member of the fundraising committee, explains the significance of this piece of architecture.
People that have looked at that steeple for years. Airline pilots used to use it as a guide coming into the airport. People out in the county use it as a guide to come to Tecumseh. So it's really important to get it back up.
For the past 10 years, the skyline of Tecumseh, especially coming from EC Row, was altered when the beautiful glow of the steeple went out after being taken down for safety concerns.
It's been down for 10 years. It came down in 2007, October of 2007. So it's exactly 10 years. So that's why it's exciting now to have it to go up.
This morning, the newly renovated original steeple, built by the hands of hard-working relatives and ancestors more than 100 years ago, was once again placed proudly on the top of the historical St. Annes Parish.
Everything you see is the original, and there are some major repairs that had to be done, underneath wood had to be replaced in certain spots, but the majority of it is intact.
Reno is optimistic that their fundraising efforts for their Aspire for the Future campaign will bring in much needed funds to pay for the resurrection of the steeple and the remaining repairs that need to be done around the parish.
It's a benefit to not only just Tecumseh, but it's a benefit to the whole county of Essex and the city of Windsor. When they see that lighting, they can see it for miles and miles.
Reporting from St. Annes Parish, I'm Lori Harrison. Alyssa Horobin and Angelica Heigert bring us some tips on how to stay healthy and warm this season in today's segment of Sweater Talk.
Hi there, I'm Angelica Heigert.
And I'm Alyssa Horobin.
And this is Sweater Talk. This is a new segment that we're bringing to you, looking at the holiday and the cold season.
Which on how to take care of yourself a little better, especially in the winter.
I think Alyssa is looking forward to the cold season, where I am not at all.
Well, I don't really enjoy the cold that much. I just enjoy the things that come with the cold, like sweaters.
And colds and flus?
No, like tea and hot chocolate and blankets.
So, Alyssa, what can we do in the winter weather to take care of ourselves?
Well, there's some basic hygiene tricks. Not really tricks, but tips to remember, like washing your hands and keeping your hands to yourself.
Bring a pen.
There we go.
Everywhere you go, don't share pens. That's where most germs come from.
Yeah, and if you're going to be out glad-handing with people, shaking hands, high fives, all of that, just make sure you hand sanitize after that or wash your hands.
Good idea, good idea. What else can we do? One thing that I like to do, especially in the winter, is take a daily multivitamin.
That's very good advice, and I would advise especially to take vitamin D because in winter we have more of a lack of sunlight and you're not outdoors as much enjoying the sunlight that is there. So taking a vitamin D will help boost that or give you what you would have gotten from the sun in the summertime. And it affects your everything, your physical health and your mood greatly. So
I think it's also important to remember that just because it's cold outside doesn't mean we can't go outside. So dressing for the weather means you can still go outside and get some of that natural sunlight as well.
Absolutely. Actually, when I had a dog, that kept me active because I was always taking him out for walks. So if you have a dog, that's a great way to stay active because it makes sure that it's getting you out every day and walking. And if you don't, you just come along for the walk with someone else. Right?
I heard that Tamagotchis are coming back, so that's totally a virtual pet that you can take for a walk.
Yeah, or Pokemon Go, or
anything like that. Even
anything that
just a
gets you
Fitbit
out
is motivational.
Walking.
For sure.
Stomping around in the snow. It's fun.
So I also think it's really important, like going outside and walking, but it's also important to just go somewhere and do something.
Now, Netflix marathons, they're important to life, but getting out there, doing something in the community, seeing your friends, just going out and being a part of something is good for your
especially
mental health.
Because we tend to hibernate in the winter, right? So
Absolutely.
It's really important to, I have a weekly trivia night that I go to, so something like that keeps you going
just
all
something
the
that
time.
gets you out and keeping you in routine as well.
Absolutely. Now, what are some of your favorite things to do to get you through this season?
Well, my personal favorite things are sweaters and tea. Just those two things could keep me alive through the winter.
I really like fuzzy socks and a good book. Those are some of my favorite things. Or like a nice hot bowl of soup.
Yes.
Anything, cozying up under a blanket with my dog next to me. Anything like that kind of just keeps you warm on the outside and the inside.
So wear layers when you're outside and cuddle up when you're inside. And that's how to stay warm. This has been Sweater Talk. I'm Alyssa Horobin.
And I'm Angelica Haggard. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for tuning in. I'm Lori Harrison, and you've been watching MediaPlex News Now.
MediaPlex News Now is a production of the St. Clair College Journalism Program.